Stop thinking that people think the way that you think. Quick video, want to bring y'all this message. So much in life we go around basically judging and comparing people, the things that they do and the things that they say, toward the way that we think they should have did it or said it. That is such a mind fuck, such a mental obstacle, and I'm sitting here wondering how I can constantly succumb to that mindset, that self-detrimental mindset, thinking that other people view the world through your lens, getting upset at someone because they did anything. It's basically getting upset and mad at all. And it's really all comes back down to emotional control, as everything else in life will ultimately do. But yeah, if you comparing your thoughts, your beliefs, your paradigm, your perspective, your frame of reference, and then basically comparing to someone else's actions, like, oh, they did this, so I'm mad that they did it. I don't like the way that they did it. I don't like the way that they said it. Why do they keep doing that? Why do they keep doing that? Why do they keep doing that? Why won't they start doing this? When we get into that mental thought loop, you can basically look at yourself as being retarded. That's basically a retarded thought process, because nobody thinks the same. Nobody is raised the same. Nobody has the same beliefs. Nobody has the same perspective on all of these kaleidoscopic, changing, flowing things in this physical reality. So, yeah, man, really just want to bring this message to y'all because, goddamn, and this is mostly going to come down to relationships. Let me just make the shit clear and simple. The person that you in a relationship with, the person that you love, the person that you having sex with, person that you live with, person that you want to get married to, if you're trying to agree with somebody and create a life together and then potentially have babies with somebody, then get married and just do this whole thing called a relationship and love modern day, then you're going to always just be faced with this fucking ever-looming question of, why did he do that? Why did she do that? Why does she think like that? Why is she doing it that way? Y'all, we all live in our own perspective. We all live in our own head. Everybody has their same thoughts, everybody has their own thoughts, their own paradigm, their own perspective, their own ways in which they do things. The way that we was all raised, extremely and totally different. So you especially can't judge or condemn somebody. Truly, that's what it is. We gonna always judge. We're going to always discern between right and wrong, between what's good, what's bad, what the fuck is this person doing, what they really doing, what they're really saying, what's subtly taking place underneath the overt emotional display. But yeah, we always going to judge. But to condemn, that's where you take shit a super far level. And ultimately, I could say that the devil is taking over you when you condemn. Now, a lot of religions modern day got you programmed to condemn people that's not like you and thinking and living in your religion, following the same book and Bible and cultural traditional movement that you follow. That's the demon taking over, because the demon is of condemnation. So you condemning another person for what they think, what they believe, what they do, when ultimately it's not affecting and harming you, or it's not affecting and harming nobody else. Now, you may be thinking that them potentially doing and moving and living like that is going to lead them into a certain direction, but that's their lifestyle. That's their choice. That's their path. We all got a different path. We all came here for a total different reason. So we all got to figure out things at our own pace, go at our own pace. Everybody is not going to be moving and elevating at the same age range as everybody else. Everybody's living very different. Ultimately, it's always somebody in a different living situation, surviving, getting by in different forms, shapes, and sizes, with different family members, friends, and community members. It's wherever a person lays their head down, that shit has nothing to do with you. A person's sexual orientation, who they choose to fuck or don't fuck, that shit has nothing to do with you. Let them be them. Judge, but don't condemn, because we are not all raised the same. We didn't come from the same environments, same states. So yeah, if you getting into a relationship with somebody, especially if they from a different state, or if they really just from a different fucking city, a different school district, we all gonna be a little bit fucking uniquely programmed and designed. But where it gets very tricky in this American system is that everybody is programmed so vastly different worldwide, but all with one overarching goal. And that goal is cash accumulation. Everybody wants to fit in and make money and live good and experience the luxurious things that life has to offer. And you can't shortcut none of that shit because you can't shortcut hard work. So everybody has that same overarching goal, but not everybody wants to work hard or even has the same idea of working hard to get to that cash accumulation. So it's like you gonna shame somebody and condemn them and call them lazy. You gonna shame and condemn somebody and say they working too hard and going too hard, putting too much effort in, caring too much about being good at something, or caring too much about taking their time and being patient. It's their life. It's your life. So don't let nobody shame and condemn you for however long you choose to take in your cash pursuit and your goal pursuit and pursuing your passion and your purpose in life. We all have a different fucking timeline. And that leads me to a bigger conclusion, is that I am a firm believer in patience, waiting for the right moment, waiting until you 1,000% officially ready to fucking jump off the porch and start your business, start posting videos, start creating music, start creating art. All of those things. I'm a huge proponent of patience and waiting for the right time. It's a lot of people that's going to tell you that that don't exist, that you shouldn't rush. No, have all of your ducks, or they're going to say that you should rush. Get to the bag. Capitalism, money. Time don't sleep, nigga. Money, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. Every second is money. Time is ticking, $1 to $1. Money, money. Chase, chase, chase. Gang, gang. Grind, grind, grind. Push, push, push. Force, force, force. Hustle, hustle, hustle. That's what hustle is. Hustle is force. So are you going to hustle or are you going to attract? That is what you need to ask yourself. And impatience and force, that shit implies a lack of confidence. That shit implies a lack of security. That shit implies a lack of everything. Just lack. It's a lack mindset. So move in an abundance mindset, y'all. Be patient. Go at your own pace. Stop thinking that other people is thinking the way that you thinking. That is the absolute most fallacy in this whole system. Now, I said in the last video, there is an objective truth. There is one main thing. The same way, yeah, truth is fucking self-evident because 2 + 2 is 4 if we going off the mathematics of things. And like I broke down the natural laws of morality in the past video, right action versus wrong action, it's all demonstrative. It's all self-evident. So I want to make sure I give y'all that clear-cut, pure knowledge and information because you living in the fucking sea of confusion modern day in this world. You living in a sea of confusion. It's a lot of people telling you what to do and how to do it and how you should be living your life. No, we don't all think the same. We wasn't all raised the same. So again, choosing to speak on the internet is your biggest decision that you're going to make modern day. I'm going to keep drilling this home because, again, you have mystique, you have aura, you have swag about you. But the second that you open your mouth, taking some shit serious, trying to teach and trying to share some knowledge, political, cultural information about how people should be living their life, nigga, for one, you falling into a polarization dialectic that you were just mind controlled to use. And number two, we're all a soul having a human experience. Everybody has their different equation and every man and woman must search their own soul. So before you choose to speak on the internet, before you choose to try to teach and educate somebody, just know you can use a lot of manipulation just by having a smart ass mind and having your swag and your aura right in this world. You could be an artist, a painter, a model, a whatever the fuck you want to be, a chef. You could do all the things you want to do with a cool aesthetic. But the second that you start taking something serious, including me, like I'm doing right now, but I want to help shield y'all from falling into it, from making the decision of talking on the internet, because it's really just the ego that wants to share. It's the ego that wants to tell people what to do and how to do it and how to live their life. But ultimately, everybody is going to go their own direction. Everybody has free will. And if you think it's your path and your purpose, like I do think it's mine, get very familiar with the word occult and using it confidently. I'm going to continuously make that shit clear. Because like I said, you could be an artist, a fitness influencer, a model, a gamer, a comedian, a politician. But the second that you start choosing to teach and help people with truth, you fall in line with a great hierarchy of speakers and truth tellers in this world. And if you're not in alignment with the truth, if your frequency and your energy is not really there, and if you don't feel, and if you're not gonna fucking search and go to the unlimitless bounds to keep finding and discovering truth, then just don't even open your mouth with the intent to teach people. Because I'm telling y'all, you can't save nobody. Only people can save theyself. You can help people and you can rescue people with words and money and physically help people, shelter, clothes, food, but you can't save nobody. The thoughts and the demons that people deal with, that shit is all on their own to deal with. And that shit is all on you to deal with. No matter what I say, no matter how much I can tell y'all that this is my purpose and I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of my life and y'all can have me to slightly rely on, to those of y'all that follow and know me and watch my videos through modern day, just know I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be here. But I want y'all to be able to manipulate and control this world and your means of doing it. But when your heart and your ego just has this fucking yearn to tell truth and to help those around you, to help your family, your friends, those you see on the internet, man, go for self. Go for fucking self. I go for self by teaching. So it's a win-win for me. And at the same time, it can be a win-win for you. But like I said, you gotta study hard. School don't ever end. Knowledge and education don't ever end. Taking life and your thoughts seriously, it don't ever end. But it gets easier the way LeBron James make playing basketball look really easy. I'm talking being an occult speaker. I'm talking being a true teacher of natural law and spirituality. Not all of these charlatans misleading you on the internet. And I stand on that because I look and observe and I'm aware of all the shit going on in this world modern day. And I look at the climate of consciousness the same way y'all do. Politicians, podcasters, YouTubers, all of the popular ones, all of the black ones, everybody talking, everybody has an opinion. And ultimately, it always comes down to someone trying to tell you how to live your life, what you should do, what you should not do, what you need to stay away from. Man/woman, if it makes you happy, keep fucking doing it. If you live in your life and you good and you got goals to pursue and you happy with your situation, if you content, if you satisfied, keep fucking doing it. Don't let nobody project what they don't want to be doing or what they think is wrong or bad onto you. All right? With that being said, I'm going to leave the video there, man. Stay godlike, stay in control. Never rest your commandments. I love y'all.